treasures. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we have a special guest. My
Very
first
special
episode with Ryan. He's back.
Hi, guys.
Yay! And then there was a lot of people who were like asking me about you, and yeah, it's almost been a year since we recorded in my little apartment. And hi, Ryan.
You've come a long way. We've come a long way. We're in a whole different room. We're in a whole different setup from when we first were. But honestly, when I was just watching our episode back, and it was such like a, oh, we look so cute. We were just like DIYing it. We were just going with it. We were just doing whatever, and it came out good. Like I loved it. We looked good. The sound was like maybe a little off, but hey, it's gonna be perfect today. You guys are gonna see us in high def, actually.
Like, I remember when we started it, I was just like, it took us like 5 hours to record like an hour episode because we recorded on my phone, and my phone kept like overheating, and it was summertime.
It was the middle of summer, the hottest day. Oh,
and I was just like, oh, I just want this to post. Like, I just wanted to record. But yeah, thank you for doing that.
Oh, of course.
And you were my first like episode, and like, you believed in me when like no one did, you know?
I wanted this for you so bad. I was like, this is exactly what you should do. Like, you're perfectly made for this. Like, every time you were like bringing it up and stuff, I was like, we have to make this happen because this will make her really happy.
Yeah.
And I feel like it has made you really happy, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like it gave me life back, and it's feeding my soul, and it's helping me with like my grieving process. And it's just like I want to leave like a legacy behind, and I want to build community and help people that feel like they're not seen in life. But yeah. And
I feel like you just have something to look forward to too.
Yes.
You know, you look forward to like your episodes, like, and
even
though I feel like the editing is like kind of dreadful sometimes,
but
at least the filming, like, you look forward to it,
and
it's like something that you like have so much joy, like meeting new people and stuff. So this is what you were meant to do, honestly. And
it's such a nice thing to like come in here and, you know, have like those 2 hours and get to know these people like on a deeper level, and then like have that conversation that's just like inspiring and like things you didn't know about them, and you know, you take that with you, and it helps you kind of grow in life. You know,
I think it's like it's so hard nowadays to like be able to just sit down with somebody for a couple hours and chat, you know, uninterrupted, right? Because like if you guys could see the vibes here, it's immaculate, and it's like we're just like in our own little oasis, and it feels so comfortable, and it's like it's rare when you get like a good amount of time with somebody that like you've like never really gone to ask like a whole bunch of questions that like you know, like, because you either have to work or, you know, our lives are just so busy, you don't get the time to like just like interact with somebody one-on-one. Yeah. Which is why this is like the best idea. Like, I wish I was you. We should co-host it.
Yeah.
You should let me come on and like co-host, and we can interview people. Maybe people that we know, we can do that.
You can come back with your brother.
Oh, yeah.
I can have
We could put him in the hot seat.
Luke, you better watch out. He's coming for you.
We're coming for you.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people want to know, like, a recap on your life.
The tea?
Yes.
You guys want to know the tea? I'm just kidding.
Everyone wants to know, like, you know, what happened to Ryan? What's going on with Ryan? So do you want to share a little bit on, like, what's going on with you?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I've still been... We had, like, our little couple months apart because your injury, but like we've just been I've been working away, working like a dog. I was going to school a lot too. What else has happened in this last year?
You have a new man?
Oh yeah, I do. I do. And once again, when I was watching the episode back last time, I was like, oh my God, I was so like miserable and sad. And then I was like, I feel so much better now. I have something that's actually like giving me so much like light and so much goodness that it's like I don't have to be anxious about it, and I don't have to like I forgot that even happened. Yeah. That all of that that I was sad. Like looking back on it, I was like, oh my God, like was I being a little dramatic?
No.
No.
No, you weren't. No.
I mean, everything affects you in a certain way, you know, like, but I just think about it now and like how happy I am now and how much I'm just like, I would not want to be that person I was like a year ago. Like, this is such a better version of me now. I feel like I'm finally able to like enter a new like chapter of my life with more security. Like, because I mean, Eva and I have been able to talk about it, but I have to move out soon. I have to, you know, figure out how I'm gonna, because I've only lived in my childhood home like my whole life. I've never lived anywhere else, and I've never had to experience something brand new. And even though it might not be something brand new, like, it's just going to be change for sure.
Yeah.
And I've never had to experience that. And having somebody next to me that's like really like rock solid and like gives me a sense of hope and doesn't like make me super fearful about it. It's such a different tone going into something that like entering a new chapter of my life. It makes it feel a lot better, because I feel like if I were to be doing this like alone or like without him, it would just be, of course I would still be able to do it because I'm capable. But it's just really like, it's so much different having somebody by your side and being like, hey, I'm here for you. Hey, like, I want to be here for you. Hey, like, whatever you need from me, like, I'm willing to give it to you. It's like, oh my God, that's such a breath of fresh air. Like, I never knew. I feel like I was so complacent in the past that like now, like, not that I expect him to do things, but like, I don't even have to worry about it because he's already doing it. Like, been in the past, like, I would have to beg for something, anything. But now it's just like, I'm getting everything that I need. So it's been really helpful in the really weird emotions of like a lot of change coming up. But I feel strong and I feel capable, you know.
Yeah.
It's definitely been like, it hasn't been a hard year since then, but it's been a very like introspective year of being like, you know, what do I want to do with my life? Who do I want to be with? Who around me do I really want to, or like who do I have in my life now that I want to see in my future, you know? Because like, I'm turning 25 this year. I'm about to be in my mid-20s. Well, I'm arguably in my mid-20s already, but like, I'm hitting like, I right smack dab in the middle of my 20s, and like the last 5 years definitely flew by. Like, I don't remember. I don't remember what happened the past 5 years, and I still feel like a kid in such a way. Like, I still feel very, not immature, but maybe a little naive about like what the world is and like what you're supposed to do as an adult. So I think like with having to think about moving out and thinking about what I want to do to like make myself like have like a solid future is like, dang, I have a lot of growing up to do. Not like of course I've always been like such an old soul, and I feel I've always like been mature. Like, I've never been super immature and been like, you know, I've always felt like a realist, even though I am an idealist in a lot of ways. Like, I feel like I try to be the optimist. I try, but it's definitely like a wake up call, being like, okay, you gotta like, you have to pay rent somewhere. What's rent? I don't know what that is. Somebody in the comments tell me what rent is. Tell me how I have to pay it. When do I pay it? Who do I pay? Like, I don't know any of this. And it's so frustrating because why don't they teach us this in school?
Yeah.
In primary school, why don't they teach you like what a savings account is, how to like, you know, manage your money, how to how to own a home, like how do you do those things? They don't teach you those things, and it's like sometimes you just feel set up for failure, and it is a little frustrating. But
I agree with you.
But it's the world that we live in, and we can't really change it, so we just kind of have to adjust. Like, you really just have to adapt, and maybe that's the frustrating part, is that like not everything's gonna come easy. But as we both know, things do not come too easy.
No, but it's worth it when you work for something so hard.
It is. And I think a lot of the times, like without the trouble, without like the hardship,
Yeah.
you can't really get to the like super good like things that are really fulfilling in your life, you know? Like you look at anybody that's like successful, or anybody that's like lived a very like good life, like they've had to go through a lot.
Yeah.
They've had to go through a lot.
Yes.
It doesn't come, I mean, some people, the Nepo babies, they get it easy.
Oh yeah, but it's different. We're
Which
not
if
all.
just a side note, if I was a Nepo baby, I'd be the best Nepo baby. I would be the best Nepo baby because I would know what to do. I would know what to do. I would make something for myself. If I had the money and the power, I could do it. But sadly, I don't. Sadly, I'd have to become a cop. And I don't want to do that because that's the only Nepo that I get from my dad.
You don't want to be a cop?
No.
Why?
I think it's a hard time to be one right now. I think it's not like back like when my dad was going into the academy, it was like the 90s, you know. It was such a different time. Like I just think that they were more respected back then. It's hard to, I think, cuz like my dad tells me all the time, like there's piles and piles of cases that just go unsolved every day because they don't have enough people. There's not enough people that want to be cops, and it's like, I mean, especially in LA. Probably, I don't know if it's the case in like every city and like, but specifically for LA, like my dad's like, there's nobody to solve these cases. But it's like there's no incentive also. It's like you get the incentive of, you know, like a good pension, and you get like a lot of good benefits and everything, and but like the toll it takes on you is a lot. Like my dad, like he tells me all the stuff that like he's seen, and it's like, oh my God, I would be traumatized. Like that would be scarring. And as much as like, you know, every line of work has their, you know, their downsides, and they have their trauma. But that one's just one where like my dad worked in robbery and homicide. So like he's seeing like the worst of the worst in LA. And that was always like really eye-opening growing up. I feel like he encouraged us to not like want to do it because it is hard. It's not an easy job, and you really have to be like wanting to do it if you're going to do it.
So what keeps him going?
I mean, I think that he gets to support us, and that, you know, my mom didn't have to work.
Yeah.
Like he really did provide us with like everything that we needed, like financially, because of it. And I think that really helps, like knowing that he like took care of us.
Yeah.
And he like made sure that we could do everything that we wanted to do. Like I think that really does help him. And he is somebody that like when he talks about his cases, he's like so like passionate about it. He's very passionate about like justice and like finding the bad guy and stuff. Like he does like that aspect, a lot of it.
Yeah.
But there is just so many steps along the way.
Right.
To like getting that good feeling that it's like I see the toll it takes, and I'm like, oof, I don't know if I want that.
Yeah.
But there's trauma with every job.
I agree with you.
Everywhere that you go, trauma's gonna get you. And it's just
true.
how you deal with it, right? It's just how you build like the coping mechanisms to be able to get through it on the other side and not be super damaged, right? Like I feel like my dad, he really does have a good sense of like he's gonna go fishing. He's gonna go on that fishing trip for a few days, and he's just gonna be away.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go on a trip with his family to camp at the beach, you know, like he has a lot of balance in his life where he has like the things that he likes to do. And that's like when I'm not at work, all I want to do is be doing like my hobbies and my things that I love.
Go into that. Your hobbies. So what are
hiking.
your hobbies?
I love being outside. Like that's my and I think about this because I do have to move out soon, and I do have to find somewhere to live. I'm like, if I go anywhere, it has to be pretty. It has to have a nature aspect that's really pretty. You know, if I know, I'm serious. I can't live somewhere that's ugly. I can't. I just can't, and I'm not gonna sacrifice. I'm not gonna sacrifice it. I'm really not gonna sacrifice the beauty because I
love
need
that
it
for you though.
Because honestly, I feel so like at ease when I'm out in nature, when I'm like moving my body, when I can feel like the dirt like flying up at me. I can smell the eucalyptus and like the stuff that's just in our mountains, like it puts me at such like a it puts me at ease. It's so peaceful to me. And people that are like, oh, like I don't like it outside, it's like dirty, I hate like and I'm like, this is like this is Mother Earth. This is like the reason that we are alive.
Exactly.
And I really like people that people that disrespect nature. My biggest red flag. Mm-hmm. Biggest red flag in a person is if they disrespect nature. Because it usually means that they just think about themselves and they don't think about their environment, and they don't think about probably other people. They probably don't care about other people either. Yeah. Because why would they? Yeah. Because like the earth, like, all I want to do is be outside.
Okay, so if we're talking about the earth, what do you think about Antarctica and the wall after that?
Well, I want to go to Antarctica so bad. Yeah. I was having a conversation about this with somebody recently, and they're like, why would you want to go to Antarctica? There's nothing there. And I'm like,
that's what they think.
I'm like, that's what you've been told, is that there's nothing there.
Exactly.
But why wouldn't there be anything there? Like, it's one of the biggest land masses on Earth. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is very, like, harsh conditions, but, like, there's things that could be there in those harsh conditions.
But is it really, though? That's what we're told.
I know. Well, like, that's the thing is, like, I think a lot of it is underground. I think they build underground over there. Wall. Yeah. But honestly, if I run into any like lump sum of money, I will be going to Antarctica. I will be going on one of those expeditions.
No, we're going together.
Like you can go, get on a boat. I think you're in like, what's the most southern tip of South America? Argentina? I think you're in South America, and then you take a boat and it takes you all the way to Antarctica. Okay. But it's like really only for like the elite and like the ultra wealthy.
Of course.
Which we need to become a part of. We need to figure out how to get into those circles. But if I want to go so bad, like I need to see what's going on over there, because I'm very much like, I try to stay like very, calm, and I try not to believe too many like crazy things, but boy, do I love a conspiracy theory.
Which ones are your favorites?
My favorites.
Or which ones are you really going down that rabbit hole?
Aliens.
Go on. Like what?
They're here.
They're here? Or where are they at? Like they're here in the water?
I feel like we would be silly to think that we're the only ones. Mm-hmm. That humans and like that we're the only intelligent, that we are the most intelligent being on Earth. No. Or just even within, they say, they don't on the other planets. It's like, why are we the only ones? And I mean, this is where the religious aspect comes in, and they're like, well, it's God. And it's like, yeah, I do. Of course I believe in God. But like, I think that God created the aliens, honestly, because like, why would he only create only one little thing if he's so, if he can do so much? And I always thought that like people limit God a lot. It's like, why can't there be nuance to these things? Like, because I feel like last episode we really talked about religion, and we talked about like how I grew up Catholic, and like, because that's a huge basis for how I believe in things. And I mean, when aliens first came up, like I didn't believe in aliens at first because it was like against what my religion told me and what like the government tells you, or like what society tells you. Right. But when you look into it, it's like, how could I not believe in them? Yeah. Because that's the thing is like, there's so many documentaries and there are so many like accounts of not even just UFOs, but just like other life entities that are of like higher intelligence than us. And like, why are we not believing those people? I just don't get it. I do get it because it's a power thing.
It is a power thing.
They don't want us to believe that there's others out there, because then it brings in a whole other thing of like, okay, if there's another being that's as smart as us, as like, then what are we going to do with them? Mm-hmm. Because
you just hit it.
Like, of course it would end in warfare and the end of humanity. But I do think that they're not like out to get us. I think a lot of people think that like, oh, the aliens are gonna come kidnap us and stuff. I don't think that's the situation. Because they would have done it already, wouldn't they have?
Well, I mean, there's things you don't know.
True.
And then have you heard about the 411 cases about people that go hiking and they disappear?
Oh, yes.
And then how like a lot of them say that it's like Sasquatch or like the Wolf
Man.
Man.
Oh, I'm a big
or the Dog Man.
Oh, I'm a big Bigfoot believer. That's another conspiracy that I feel like people
That's not
really,
a conspiracy. That's
people
facts.
make fun of me for it. People are like, "Why would you believe in Bigfoot?" And I'm like,
"Oh, it's out there for sure."
People just, and this is gonna be my hot take of the episode, guys. Be ready for it. People are not as whimsy as they used to be. People are not like as magical and as like believing like that there's like otherworldly things. Like, when did that go away? Because, like, I feel like me and you are both very, like, whimsical. We're very, like, woo-woo. Like, we like to believe, like, kind of... Yeah. We're very much, like, in tune with, like...
Yes.
Other things that aren't us.
Exactly.
And I feel like people just aren't tapped into that anymore. They don't, like... They don't believe that... Like, they're so ignorant. It's just... I feel like it's ignorance. They just want to live in, like, their own world of, like...
Their bubble.
Because it's safe. It's safe in that bubble.
You just said it. Because it's safe.
Yeah.
But once you get out of that and you start seeing, like, everything else...
For what it is. Rather than what people tell you.
Yeah.
Because, like, the bubble is safe. I mean,
Yeah.
The way I think about it is I lived in a bubble in Rancho Cucamonga for so long, and just like my little city, it felt so isolated from everything. Like I felt so sheltered as a kid. I didn't know about like anything more than like what like my parents told me and what like was happening at school. And at school, everybody was very tame. Like I always say this, like people ask me like, oh, like did you party in high school? At my high school, maybe I wasn't invited to them actually, but like people like my friends, like we weren't partying, like there weren't parties to go to. We felt very sheltered, and it felt like the people that were doing it, like, oh, they're bad. They shouldn't be doing that. Like it felt like very taboo to like for people to think like outside of the box. And I think that just like growing up conservative and traditional too, that like definitely puts a bubble around you too of just like, you know, you're told to think like a certain way rather than like, oh, there's all these different ideologies. There's all these different things that people believe in and people follow.
Right.
Like, here's all of the options. Like, take what you like from them. Like, I think I was just talking about this. Like, I feel like in the best way in like all of the aspects of like how you treat people, how you have relationships, how you like the way you think about things, like you have to take like information from every side. You have to be pulling from different aspects of different things, because if you think too much one way, if you're so stuck in your way one way, it's so hard to see like another perspective, and it's so hard to see somebody else's side of the story, because like I don't know, I'm gonna get woo-woo again, but like as humans, like don't we just want to see each other, and don't we just want to try and understand each other and be like, hey, like I grew up a certain way, you grew up a certain way, like you think one way, I think one way, like why don't we just take the best things from both worlds and maybe not be so close-minded in how we think and how we treat people? Like why can't we just have a broad view of like society and a broad accepting? I don't know, it's so frustrating because like you see everything that's going on like in our country nowadays, and it's like these people are saying that they're Christian and that they're very loving, and it's like they're kind of doing the opposite. You're supporting the opposite because you're very close-minded. You actually don't want to see people that aren't like you thrive. You don't want to see other perspectives from your own. Like they're so set in their way of just like, this is how it's gonna be, this is how it needs to be, and it's just like, once again, where's the whimsy? Why can't we just like, why can't you think outside of the box and like not just like regurgitate what you've been told? Like it's so frustrating. I think the way like when I try and interact like with people and I try and get their point of view, it's like wait, you're just like spitting off what I saw on Instagram the other day, or what
Mm-hmm.
you read like from your favorite, I
Yeah.
don't know, or what you saw from your favorite YouTuber or whatever. It's like everybody feels so influenced,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not like thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
And I feel like me and you are both people who are like, we need to think for
Of
ourselves.
course.
Like that's something that we
Yeah.
both tell each other, I think, all the time is like, don't like clear out the noise. Like don't listen to the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to silence the noise and be like, okay, what do I
Mm-hmm.
what it like what in my what's in my heart like telling me? Like it's not, oh, what did, because like I'm the way that I'm thinking about a lot of like going into my next chapter of my life of like, you know, settling down in a career, or settling down with somebody, or settling down
Yeah.
like figuring out how to like become an adult is like, it's a lot of like, there's I've had a lot of influence in my life of like by my parents and by, you know, just other people, like my family, my friends, like they all want something for me, right? You
Yeah.
know, you grow up and you have expectation, your parents have expectations of you, and they want you to turn out a certain way, but it's like I feel like I do have that noise in my head a lot when I'm thinking about like what I'm going to do, and it's like a lot of it is like hearing the advice that they've given me, and it's like, okay, I've heard what you've said. I've heard what like my friends have said. I've heard what other people said, and it's like, okay, I can't, none of these are absolute. None of these are the perfect right thing to do. None of them are like,
Yeah.
none of them are exactly what I need to do for myself and like what's going to be best for me. And really what is best for me is taking everything that they're saying and just putting it into my own decision,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it is what
Mm-hmm.
I need to decide for myself. And I think what this like last, definitely in this past year, like since we've last like really gotten to sit down and talk like this, like
Yeah.
on a podcast, like I feel like I've had to really become stronger in like my voice and like my inner voice and what I truly want, because it's not like I'm not that I'm getting old, but like I'm getting too old to like settle and too old to like, you know, just be content with what's happening in my life. Like I want to take charge and I want to be in charge of my life, and cuz like that's the thing is like you control the voice inside your head. You control the things
Mm-hmm.
you tell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all things that you can control. You
Yes.
can control who you become. It's just whether you want to do it or not, and whether you
Exactly.
take the initiative to do it. And I think like being like, I don't know, being in this transitional period, it has taught me a lot of like, you need to buckle up. You need to get yourself good so that you can treat your friends and treat your coworkers and treat your parents and treat your siblings and treat your partner with your 100% like genuineness, because
Yeah.
I think a lot of like the past 5 years of like from 20 to 25 has been like finding out who I like, who I need to be and
Yeah.
how I need to act around people, you know, because I feel like I've had so much like just being in different sports and being in different, you know, clubs and being in so many different avenues, and like I've been told to be a certain way my whole life, and now it's like, okay, what do I want for myself? And what I do know what I want for myself is that I love being outside. I
Mm-hmm.
love being able to connect with nature, and I love doing that with the people that I love. I love having these types of conversations, long conversations with the people that I love. Long, like all I want to do is talk and talk and talk to the people that I love, because
Yeah.
like I think like having my great grandparents in my life and having like a lot of my family live for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
also like losing like those people like kind of recently too, like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I want to know everything about
Yeah.
what they went through. Like I want to know everything
Mm-hmm.
that like is them, because they are me.
Yeah.
And like same thing with my friends, like I feel like you feel this way with like friends, is like you give each other parts of yourself. It's like
Mm-hmm.
an exchange of like giving each other parts of yourself. And I don't know, I really am just like in the search of like trying to understand like the people that I love and really trying to like embrace them into my life and not deter them, because I think when I'm not like when I'm done wrong all the time, but maybe when I feel like a certain way, if I'm like in a period of time where I'm not feeling as good, I like don't respond to people. I really like neglect like, you know, getting quality time in with the people that I need to get them in with. And like that's what I'm trying to get over in this like next chapter is like the people that I do want to see, I'm going to make time to see them. The people that I don't want to see, I'm not going to make time to see them because at the end of the day, I do need to protect my peace. Because honestly,
I had a therapist that told me, you are your own boss of your life, and you decide where people stand. Like, for example, you're your house. And I was like, okay. She's like, you know, who's in your living room, who's in your dining room, who's in the restroom, who's outside,
who's in the shower,
who's in the patio, who's behind the gate, who's in the garage. Like, you decide where these people go, who's completely out of your life. And so you have to like protect your peace, because I'm forgiving and I feel like I really don't care what happens in life, because I know that tomorrow's not promised. So I'm not going to hold a grudge, and I just give it to God, and I just let it go. But sometimes there are people out there who just want to take advantage of you, and unfortunately you can give them a bunch of chances, but they just it comes to a point where you just have to cut people out. You know? And so relationships, let's transition to that. What kind of types do you like relationships do you think there are out there, as far as like there's friendship, there's being in a relationship,
like a romantic
coworker,
relationship.
What else? Acquaintances,
family members. I mean, I think to say that there's one like way of thinking about these relationships is like wrong, because everything is so nuanced, everything is so gray. Everybody has like, humans are so, when I think about relationships and I think about how we interact with each other and how, like, what relationships last, what relationships don't last, it's like everybody's story is so different. It's kind of hard to come up with like one consensus of it, because everybody treats each other like so differently. But I think at the end of the day, what I've like, the one key aspect that is like the main piece of like success in any type of relationship is communication.
Yes.
Knowing how to properly communicate. Knowing how to properly communicate your feelings. Because without, like, I think we like to act, like, in all of our relationships, in friendships, in coworkers, like, we like to act like the other person can read our mind.
Yeah.
I think we like to act like they know exactly what's going on in our head. And that is not the case. We cannot read each other's minds. As much as we try to, and like the more you get to know somebody and the more, you know, you are around a person, you do feel like you can read their minds sometimes, right? Because you're around them so much that you can kind of predict how they're going to feel and stuff. But until they tell you otherwise, you don't know. Like, somebody could, like, there's sometimes where your best friend could feel a certain way and like you're not picking up on it because you're so used to them acting like a certain way. But without them communicating that and communicating that they need you and or that they need something from you, how are you going to know what to do? Like, how are you going to know how to comfort them? And I think also just knowing, I think it should be required for everyone to like put their, as much as like I don't really totally, I mean, the love languages they're relative to like, you know, just like the general population. But I do think it's important to understand how your person like loves and how the people, even if it's like, because I think it's that the reason why I don't really believe in like love language is that like, but I mean, I guess love comes in different forms. Just that it's like, love languages are just kind of like your language of how you want to be treated, right? In all your relationships, right?
Yes.
But I think you do have different love languages for your different relationships, right? So I think like for me, like in a romantic relationship, like quality time and like physical touch, like those are like really important for me. But like in my family, those aren't like a huge
right,
like love language. I think for me and my family, it's more like I think it's more of like a words of affirmation. I think it's more of a like getting like having like approval of like my family and making sure that like I'm not disappointing them.
yeah,
I don't really feel like that in a romantic relationship, right?
right,
Like where I don't really feel like I'm disappointing them. It's more like, oh, like I don't want to like lose you kind of thing. It's more
yeah.
of like I want to like make sure that you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um and then I think about like friendships, like I think definitely quality time is a huge one with
Yeah,
my friends too. I think quality time for me is just that's like definitely a number one
yeah,
all around in all of my relationships. I just
right,
love spending time with people.
yeah,
It's just, and maybe I don't know if that's like my fatal flaw because like I do, maybe I'm not as good when I'm lonely. Like when I'm in the state of feeling lonely, I don't, maybe I don't make the best decisions for myself, like self care wise. Like I think I can neglect like how I, like how I'm like the way I look or like the way I'm dressing, the way I like the way I'm just feeling or like the way I'm treating my friends or like the way I'm treating my family. I think definitely when I'm feeling lonely, that's maybe when I am like the worst for myself. And that's maybe why I like quality time so much so that I don't have to think about being lonely.
mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this feels like therapy. It honestly though, it always feels like therapy when we're
Yeah,
like chatting because we do. I feel like we just
yeah,
whether we're sitting on a podcast, guys, or we're sitting in we're sitting in the parking lot, like we're having these types of conversations of just like
mm-hmm. We go deep in
we go yeah.
conversations.
But like this is what I want. Like and like talking to you, it does make me feel less lonely because like
Aw.
we are so like we're both like we've both gone through a lot and we've
Yeah,
both had like just like similar struggles of just
yeah,
like our families like embracing us and just like
mm-hmm.
you know we've both had our problems, but we've both also had such good times together that like
Yeah,
we're always laughing when we're
yeah.
together too. It's like
You're a fun time.
we get deep and we cry and we like we have our moments, but we're also most of the time laughing.
We are.
We're just laughing because you do have to make light of all of
Yeah.
this stuff. Like if like that's also the next thing that I'm like learning in this chapter is like if you're not having fun with it and it's not giving you joy, then it's not for you. Because
Yeah.
that's what life should be about. It should be about finding the joy and it should be about finding the people that make you really joyful, the people that bring you a lot of joy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why I am so happy in this relationship and I'm like with my boyfriend, like he feels like such a partner and he feels like such like a strong person in my life is that like he makes me laugh all the time.
I love that for you.
All we do is just like laugh and giggle and like we're just always having such a good time together. And I think that that's what it should be about. And that's like I think the quality time aspect of like my love language is just like we should just be like
Yes.
having fun and we should just be talking about what we love and like but also being able to talk about our hardships and talking about the worst things that we've gone through and but then also laughing about it because like
Mm-hmm.
I look back at some of the like terrible things in my life and I'm like this is kind of funny now like to think back on it, but it's definitely like I definitely just want to like find the joy in everything now because it's so easy to find the fear and to find the like anger and to find the sadness. It's so those emotions are so easy to tap into.
Definitely.
Like I mean I like you like in my classes in my psychology classes like that's you learn that like those emotions like depression and anger and anxiety, those are the easiest to conjure up. The ones of happiness and joy, those ones are hard. Like you have to do more mental work.
Why is that?
I think it's because I was just saying this the other day too. Like we're animals.
Okay.
Our brains aren't perfect. The ways like we come out of the womb with trauma. You know what I mean? Like childbirth is such a traumatic event for the human, and it is for every whatever goes through childbirth, right? And it's traumatic on the mother. Like life is full of these like dark emotions and these dark like pain is like the only reason that we're alive, because when you think about like our ancestors and stuff, like they had it so much worse than us.
Yeah.
And they had to go through so much. And that trauma, their trauma, they didn't keep it to themselves. Right. It gets passed on.
Of course.
I don't we don't have to get into the full scope of like what I'm doing at school and stuff, but what has really interested me in my like, cuz I'm in a genetics lab at my school, and the thing that like when I look at these all the research on genetics right now is that like we know very little about like, not that we know very little, in the past we've known very little about like what's held in our DNA, because people just think that DNA is just like, it's just, you know, it's just a part of us. It's not like it gets passed down from your parents,
of course,
you know.
It does.
But there's like, the thing is like there are genes for anxiety, there are genes for depression, there are genes for trauma, and they get passed down from generation to generation. Like it's so crazy when you think about it. It's so crazy when you look into it, because it's real. Like these, and I think that that's why it is easier to be angry and to be sad, because a lot of our human existence is that, you know, we are kind of too smart for our own good. We know too much. We love too hard. We attach to people too hard. It's something that's really painful. A lot of the human experience is pain, and you kind of learn that like, yeah, those are the easy emotions to tap into because they are innate in us. It's less innate for us to be super joyful and to like not worry, you know. Worry is just something that is a part of the human experience. But I think what I also learned in those classes, that like when you really think it, like when you really like are able to tap into your gratitude and like being thoughtful, it's like you can really learn how to tap into just being happy all the time and being joyful and finding the goodness in life, because it doesn't just have to be abysmal and pessimistic.
No, I agree.
It can be happy, but it is harder. It is harder to tap into those emotions. But what I've learned in those classes, if anything, is that you do have the power to control it. You control who you know, to a certain extent, right? Like life circumstances can put you in certain places where, you know, you're dealt a hand that's, you know, maybe more unlucky than another person.
Right.
But even those people that are dealt those unlucky hands, like researchers in psychology, they have found that like those are the people in society that have the most perseverance, and they have the most like, they are the hardiest because they've gone through so much, and they're still like able to get out of it on the other side, you know. So I think that those types of people like really have something to teach us, like, because, you know, they've been dealt a terrible hand and they've still been able to like push through it. But that's also another thing that's passed down. Like if you're, a lot of the times, like your ancestors had to go through something kind of crazy and traumatic, and there was a like when you read history and like you think about the people that passed on their genes to us, they were like, they didn't have sewage systems, they didn't have medicine, they didn't have like cars, they didn't have anything.
Well, like my mom, when she was like in Mexico, she used to wash her clothes in the river.
Yeah.
Okay. And she used to tell me this all the time. So I mean, her coming from over there to here to having like everything, you know, they both worked hard, you know, her and my father, to get where they're at. But when she tells me those stories, and then how she would get a rock and like she would
exfoliate.
Like, she would bathe in the river. And then she also told me that sometimes they didn't have any food, so I guess there was a snake and they like ate that for dinner. Okay, so what are your favorite books?
Okay, so I have a couple answers. There was one book that like really changed my life and my perspective, and I read it while I was in Greece. And what was it called? I think it was called like Hidden Valley Road, something like that. But it's about this. It's a true story. It's like, it's a nonfiction. It's not really like So it's about this family. They're in, I believe, like Colorado.
Uh-huh.
The dad's like a military man. He's in the Air Force, I think, and he's like a really high, like he's like high in the military over there, and they have 12 kids. It's him and his wife, and 6 of them get diagnosed with schizophrenia. 6 of them, and they become this. They become like the basis of most of our research on schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Because their lives like were able to tell us so much about like kind of the causes of it, because this was all happening during the 80s, I think. No, this it was earlier. I think it was like they were growing up in like the 60s. So this is like when they were treating people with like mental illness. It was like electrocution therapy, it was like lobotomies. You know what I mean? Like it was a bad time to be mentally ill.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so when I think it was the older brothers that got it first, they were the first ones to be diagnosed with it. And they were like super aggressive. They were being, they were like committing crimes. They were being really violent. And they were also, they were abusing their siblings too, abusing like their younger sisters and stuff. And it was really terrible. And it's really weird because none of the girls got the schizophrenia. It was only the boys that got it.
Yeah.
And so you like the whole first half of the story, the whole first half of the book is their story. You're getting their whole account of their life, basically how they grew up. Like it feels like almost a fiction because you're just like, what is going on? Like I can't believe that this happened to one family. And then the second half of the book is from the researcher's perspective who actually, because their family went through so many different doctors, hospitals. They went through they were like probed. They went through so much, those kids.
Right.
And they never got better, any of them, because it was during such a time where where doctors, it was, you know, nature versus nurture. That's kind of like, it's like biology or it's how you were raised. The debate of schizophrenia was that it was nurture based, that it wasn't based on science, that it wasn't based on anything that was happening biologically, that it was only from something that it was because of how they were raised. And this book does a really good job of pulling in both perspectives, because the whole first half of the book, you're getting the exact reason why it was nurture, because the kids were neglected, the kids were hit, the boys were when they were in, because they were very religious too, and Catholic, and the priests were doing things to the boys, abusing them, and those boys had trauma, a lot of trauma, and a lot of their schizophrenia was based on that trauma. It was based on like the way that they were reacting was because of that. But what they found out was, and what like why this book like really like changed me, was that like it was also a biological thing. It was both things happening at the same time, because they had genes that were they almost get like turned on when trauma hits. So there's like dormant genes that are in that was in this family, because there are genes, there's like a cluster of genes. It's not like just one gene where like if that gene has a mutation, then you're of course going to get schizophrenia. It's not like that. It's more of a like there's a cluster, there's like a family of them, and if you have like a predisposition to like those mutations, then you could get it. But usually what triggers schizophrenia is trauma, is something that's really violent or is something that's really stressful. So a lot of these kids, that's why, because they tested all 12 of the children, and they all had the genes for schizophrenia. They all had them. They all had the mutations to where they could have had it. But the other ones that didn't get it, it was because they didn't have as much like trauma, and as much like they got better help basically at the end of the day. Like they had people that took care of them rather than the other ones. A lot of them like ended up on the streets, and like I cried so much reading that book, because it's like such a family struggle of like, because the mom, you feel so bad for the mom, because But then you also don't sometimes. Like, she's kind of like, I mean, she is kind of like a product of her environment. She was kind of forced to have these 12 kids with the husband. He was not a good person.
Right.
And she kind of was just there, and she had to raise all these boys and raise all these kids on her own because he was always gone because of the military. And it was kind of like her story of being like, I tried my best. I really, like, up against these odds, it was like, but she kind of admits that she failed. Like, in the end, she's so, like, distraught about, like, what happened, and she's like, she only wants, like, her kids to get better, and the whole time she's trying to take them to these doctors that she thinks are helping them, but it's only making them worse. And, like,
that's sad.
It was so, and because this was a time where I was like, I had, like, just finished my AA and psych, and, like, I was really I was trying to read those books that were like, because I was really interested in schizophrenia, and I was really interested in, like, the abnormal disorders in psychiatry, because, like, they are so interesting. They aren't curable. They aren't all cookie cutter, like, they all stem from different things. And I was really interested in this, and it just, like, totally changed my perspective. I was like, oh my God, life is so precious. The way we treat each other, and the way it's like, but the thing that I found out through this book is that, like, a lot of the schizophrenia cases that are in America are so different than schizophrenia cases that are in other countries.
Like what?
Because in a lot of like, in indigenous places where like, in a lot of indigenous cultures, schizophrenia is, like, almost like they're thought of as, like, a higher being, because they're able to like tap into, like, another
dimension.
Yes, they're like into another dimension, and they're actually, like, they're made like they were made like the shaman of their tribe and stuff. And, like, so schizophrenia is, like, that's where I think
it's considered a gift.
Yeah, and that's why it's so interesting that when you see it in patients that are in America, a lot of the times it's with violence, it's with anger, it's like, and it's because it's the product of their environment, right? So in these other countries where they're like, their life isn't as stressful and as hard as ours, it's more mundane and it's more simpler. When they get schizophrenia, it's like they, like, almost get happier. It's so weird. It's such an interesting, that's why, like, that book made me really, like, maybe want to pursue, like, researching schizophrenia, because it was like, this is so crazy. And it's so cool to think that, like, this family, as much trauma that they went through and as much struggle that they went through, they are the reason that we have so much information on how to treat patients now.
Right.
Because we were able to identify, the more biological basis of it and the nurture side of it, where, they were abused, and they had a really tough life, these boys. And a lot of them had brain injuries too. A lot of them played football and had a lot of concussions. So, like, it was so, I'd never read anything like it. That, like, immersive of, like, really telling you a whole story and being like, here's also a commentary on the healthcare system and how we treat patients. You know what I mean? So that was one book that really, and I read it while I was on vacation in Greece, on, like, the best vacation of my life too. I don't know why I chose it but it was kind of like, it felt serendipitous because I was so far away from America, and I was so far away from everything that stressed me out, that reading this book, it was so just like, it's like so eye-opening. It was like, oh my God, like, oh, like, life is so precious. Life is so, like,
it is.
We have to, like,
it is.
Look out for each other. Like, how did we let this happen? How did we let this family, like, fall apart? It's like, but at the same time, like, a lot of the siblings, like, they were okay and they got to tell their story, and it helps probably other people that read this book and have had family members that have schizophrenia or something. It's like, maybe they can see them in a different light rather than seeing them as, like, almost like an evil. Because I feel like in America, we do see people who are like that as, like, evil, or like they're like, they're angry and, like, they're gonna lash out. They need to be locked up. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be around people. And it's like,
no, they're human like us.
They're just like us.
They need more love, and they need to be on the right medication.
Yes, and we just need to understand them. We need to try and understand them and put them in a better environment to where they're,
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, that book really changed me. That's, like, the one that I can really think of as, like, my favorite. But I've read a lot of books recently. I've been trying to read the classics. I've been trying to read, like, the stuff you read in high school, or, like, that you're, like, supposed to read.
I don't remember what I read in high school.
No? Try and think of it. Try and think of, like, what was one book that you read in high school that you really liked, or one that you remember?
I don't even remember. What did There was a bunch of books I read, but I just, it won't come to my
You
brain.
can't think of one? I'm trying to think of my favorite from high school.
Oh, yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird, but I don't remember what it's up.
You don't know the plot of it? That is a really good book, though. That is one of the best.
Indian in the cupboard, right?
I don't know if I read that one.
Okay, now I'm like telling my age. I mean, yeah, well, everybody knows my age anyway.
Well, no, I read To Kill a Mockingbird
but
too.
Like,
so.
I don't know. I don't remember. And then like this other one, Fahrenheit. I don't.
Fahrenheit 451.
I don't even know.
See, that's the thing is, I didn't like that book actually.
Like, there's so many books. I have titles, but I don't remember.
You don't remember what they're about, yeah. But that's the thing is, like, I don't really remember a lot of the books from high school either. So I'm trying to like reread them or like get into.
The only book that I am like obsessed with right now is Let Them by Mel Robbins, because that book changed my life, and you guys should all read it. And it was
she's
like
amazing.
The domino effect to this podcast, because she literally, I got the audiobook and the book, and I met her, and she's amazing. And she just like, I was just like, when she said, you know, go for it, what do you have to lose? And I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to you, and I'm like, let's do it. And you're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out, but let's start it.
It was so serendipitous. I feel like, and she's, oh, I love her.
So do I.
She's so cool. She's just like, she's the type of like, because you see so much misinformation and so much stuff about like self-care and about psychology and stuff, and she's such a good advocate for all the good things that like the way that she thinks is so, oh, I love her. Oh, sorry.
So what helps your peace? Like, how do you protect your peace?
Honestly, I feel like where my peace is, I mentioned it earlier a little bit, nature. I think that really does like help ground me and like bring me to a place where like, okay, I'm sometimes, you know, it happens both ways. Like, and same thing with running, with like going on a run. I feel like sometimes I'm like really heavily thinking about things when I'm on my runs or when I'm hiking. Like, I'm like, cause sometimes it does, like, I do get to tap into a state where I'm like, maybe more like elevated. I'm more like, my brain feels like it's getting like more blood to it, and like the synapses are firing, and I can think, and I can like think about things. And but a lot of the time it does just bring me peace, and I do get to kind of just turn off my brain, and I get to just, you know, like more recently I've just been hiking with my boo, and like we just like, we're just sitting there going up the mountain talking about just and it's just so peaceful, because like you're out like looking in the beautiful scenery, you're just like, nothing really matters. Yeah. Nothing really matters. And I think that that's where really what protects my peace is just being like, none of this like super matters that much. No, like,
it doesn't.
Everything is like, life is so fleeting, and it's so, tomorrow is not promised. No. Like, we can't take ourselves too seriously or life too seriously. No. Like, as much as like you do have to think realistically, and you do have to, you know, be a cog in the machine, like, it's still like, you need to ground yourself, and you have to find peace. And I think nature does that, and I think music does that for me too. Yeah. My happy place is like listening to music and finding new music. And my goal last year that I beat my goal of listening to 100 albums that I never listened to.
Oh, wow.
I did that last year. And that was something that like really, that was something I really wanted to do, because that is something I love music. Right. It's something that like I'm not even musically inclined either. I don't know like the notes. I don't know the chords. I don't know how to play. And my singing is so bad. My singing is
I don't think I've ever heard you. Oh, actually, yes, I have heard you sing.
We sing at work sometimes, but like not really. Like, no. And it's more just like a but so I'm not musically inclined in that way, but I have such an appreciation for it. And I think I grew up with that too, because, and it's so funny, like I'm the only one that like can't play guitar. Like, all of like my mom's side of the family, like they love music, and like I grew up like with people around me playing guitars and stuff. And so I feel really calm when like music is around, and I feel like music is also my love language. I love sending people like albums, like, oh, I think you'll like this, or I've done that too sometimes.
Sending music,
yeah, because I feel like it is something that like it does connect us all, right? We all love music, and I think if you don't like music and you're not like a music lover, it's kind of a red flag to me a little bit. It's not like the biggest red flag, but it's like
I've ever met someone that doesn't like music.
Well, I think if you're not like, or people that are just like very like rigid like with their music taste, like you know, like I think people that just like listen to one thing, I'm like, why are you like,
you know what? Let's talk
you...
about that. I remember like last year, I was like, I do not like country, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah. And now I like country. I like Ella.
I know. And Casey.
It's because of him, because of him.
Casey is the gateway drug. That's the, because I was the same way.
You did that to me.
I was the same way because I was not a country person. I did not really like country.
I didn't like it either.
And then I listened to Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves. And so if we're talking about like favorite books, my favorite album is her album, Golden Hour. Like that found me at a time. The song Rainbow. Have I ever played you that song Rainbow?
I don't know.
By her?
I don't think so.
Oh my God. That song is probably my favorite song ever. I've never felt more seen and felt like somebody's like directly talking to me than Rainbow by Casey Musgraves. If any of you guys are watching that and you haven't heard the song, you have to listen to it. It's like, it's such like a warm like blanket. She's so like, I cried listening to it the first time. Aww. I like bawled. It was like, and when you have like that type of reaction to music, it's like, this is something that's going to stick with me. And she, like that album, and she was my first concert. Yeah. That was my first concert I'd ever gone to. And I think something like that like changes, like it changed my brain chemistry. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's why I like country now, because like she is country and she's, but like her type of country is the country that we like the songwriter. Yes. Like I feel like I like the female country singers too. I'm not like a huge guy
even like bro country.
I don't really like bro
country. You introduced me to Casey.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, okay, I kind of like her music. Mm-hmm. And then Ella came out, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I do like her a lot.
Because she is like
her songwriting's pretty good. She can sing, and
she can sing and write because she does write her songs too, and
it's good.
Yeah, Choosing Texas.
Oh my god,
that song! It's my number one most played song of the year so far.
It's a good song.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's such an earworm. It's something that like, when it gets stuck in my head, I cannot get it out.
I think all of us
can't get it out.
Like I started playing it, and they're like, "All right, enough," and I'm just like, "Well, I like her." Like
I know,
what am I gonna do?
Because her other music is really good too.
Yeah, I've heard her other stuff.
Her album comes out tonight at 9:00 tonight.
Well, we gotta hear it.
We're recording this. We're not gonna expose when we're recording this, but her album does come out tonight.
All right. Well, do you want to play a Would You Rather game with me?
I do.
Okay.
I really do.
So you ready for round 2?
I'll do anything with you.
Well, thanks. Okay, so drink coffee or you drink tea?
I think I said tea last time.
You did.
And of course, I'm still such a tea drinker, but I have been drinking a lot of coffee recently.
Like, what's your go-to order?
Honestly, I like to make coffee at home.
Yeah.
I like to, because like we just have a Keurig and like I just throw the pot in there. We already have like, I just put like a little milk, a little creamer, and like that's all I kind of need.
Yeah.
I don't really need anything fancy. What I did get today though, I was at Clatch and it was called a Pemberley Fog, and it's a cappuccino take on a London Fog. Do you know what a London Fog is?
I do know, yeah.
And so it was like,
how was that?
It was so delicious.
Yeah?
It was so good. So I am trying to try like more like espresso, because I do like espresso a lot.
Yeah.
I do like, the thing with coffee is I hate like a big like iced coffee. I hate having a lot of coffee to drink.
Yeah.
Tea, like I could drink gallons of it all day. But coffee, it's definitely like just like 1 cup. One little, like, I don't need a lot of it.
Yeah.
But so maybe, can I say it's a tie, or do I have to pick one?
Yeah.
It's kind of a tie right now. I'm liking both. I've been doing a lot more like less like black teas and like super strong teas. I've been doing a lot like lighter floral, like herbal teas, like more like for nighttime. Like I've been loving those teas. Yeah. Okay. And then like strong coffee. Yeah. So I'm like on like both ends of the spectrum right now.
What about sleep in late or wake up early?
Oh, sleep in. Sleep in.
Till like what time?
It depends, cause like honestly, my boo gets up early. He's up at like his brain wakes up at like 7. So I'm like, I've been getting to the point like where I wake up a little bit like around 7, but I can fall back asleep. The thing about me is I'll usually wake up early, but I can fall back asleep for hours. Yeah. Hours. So on like my ideal day, I don't want to get out of bed until like 10, 11.
That's pretty good.
But like if I have to get up, then I'm getting up at like 8. or 9, but I want to sleep in because I stay up late. I'm a night owl. I like those are my active hours.
So am I. I'm a night owl for sure.
Yeah,
we're up.
Yeah,
late.
we're up. We're always up. Like, and when we're up early, I feel like we're not having it.
No, we're not.
When we're together in the morning, we're both like, we're moaning and groaning. We're like, why?
We're like,
but at night we always have such a good time.
Of course.
We thrive at night. We do.
Watch a movie or you read a book?
This is change. What did I say? You should have kept my answers from last time until.
I know.
I probably said read a book, but I feel like I'm more on the page now of watching a movie. Yeah, because, and maybe this is my boo because he loves movies and he just he brings up all these movies that I haven't watched and because I feel like growing up we watched the same things over and over again It was never a super variety of movies and stuff. But we read a lot of books. I read a lot of books growing up because before bed we weren't watching a movie. It was my mom was getting into bed with us and reading us a book. She read us the whole Harry Potter books from front to back.
That's
all of them.
Good, though.
She read all of the she just read everything to us because she liked them too. She was she was into it too.
Yeah.
So anything that she liked, we were just kind of consuming.
Aww.
So, but that's the thing is we also loved movies. I grew up watching the things that I really remember watching a lot is Star Wars, Harry Potter, what else? Those were the main ones, honestly. Those I was fangirling over. And honestly, I think I might have read the Hunger Games books too early.
Yeah.
Because we read those together too. They were kind of dark.
No, they are.
They're dark. And honestly, the same thing, because I was just telling Yvette about this, because I'm rewatching all the Star Wars movies.
Yes.
Even though I've seen all of them so many times. Because me and my older brother,
yeah.
He was Anakin, I was Obi-Wan. We thought we were them.
Yeah.
We thought we were them, and we had lightsabers. We really loved Star Wars. So I know those movies. Well, I thought I knew these movies like the back of my hand, but watching them again, I'm these movies are so complex and so because I'm watching them as an adult, not as a 8-year-old anymore, through such a different lens, and I'm first of all, these movies are very political.
Yeah,
they're very but they're intense.
Yep.
People are dying everywhere, and I'm my mom was okay with this. I think back, and I'm these are some heavy themes. These are some. But I think because as I'm watching them again, it's the message is so good. The Force is such it's such a good thing, and it's all to do good and to take care of people, and that's why I think it's so suitable for kids is because it's it is teaching you that life isn't easy. They go through so much hardship in those movies. I really thought that they were just kind of chilling most of these movies, but they're not.
No.
The whole time it's so intense, and you're just what is going on? The stakes are so high. But I watched the Dune movies, for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I know that Star Wars is based on Dune. It's Dune was a heavy inspiration for George Lucas and when he was creating Star Wars. And watching those movies too, I'm oh my God, it's all, they're supposed to be fantastical and sci-fi, but it's these movies are intense.
Have you been to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Have you been on the Rise of the Resistance?
I think I have. We went for our trip one time, and
did you get on it?
I hadn't been to Disneyland
ever since that time.
No, before
2022
then,
we went.
Yeah, we went in 2022, and I hadn't been. I was maybe 6.
Oh wow!
The last time I went, so Disneyland was different to me.
Of course, yeah.
And Pirates of the Caribbean was closed. I was pissed. I was come on.
I love that. Yeah, that's a classic. You have to get on that one. It is a classic.
But I did go to Disney World recently.
And how was that?
Oh, I loved it.
Did they have that there, the Rise of the Resistance, or no?
No, because they have they have the 4 different parks. They have
you're right.
Magic Kingdom.
I've never been there, but yeah.
Oh my, Yvette, you need to go. Oh my God, you would love it.
I know. And where did you go?
I went to the advice that I had gotten was that like don't get the park hopper.
Okay.
Don't try and do more than one park a day because
Yeah.
there's a lot to explore each one, and there was.
Yeah.
So we went to Animal Kingdom the first day.
How was that?
My favorite one.
Aww.
It was so cool. You like the Avatar movies, right?
I do. I love
Dude,
them.
they have the Avatar world, the Pandora
How
or whatever.
Was that? Don't tell me you got on it.
I did.
How
I have
was
like
it?
picture.
You need
after
to
this,
show
I'll show
me.
you. Dude, it was.
I love that. I love those movies.
It was so. Oh, me too. Have you seen the third one yet?
I
haven't
cried.
seen it. Oh wait, I really want to see
so
it.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's something I need to see because I saw the. I didn't see the first one in theaters, but I saw the second one in theaters.
Yeah, I've seen them all in theaters.
So good.
Me and my dad went to see the last one in theaters.
Oh, I want to see
it. It's
it.
so good. Like I and I guess they're doing a 4 and a 5 already in production.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And then I went
exciting.
to WonderCon, and I took a picture with the girl, one of the girls from that. Yeah, I'll show you too. Yeah. Oh my god. When I saw it, I was like, oh my, because I love Avatar.
Yes,
So. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love those movies.
We should finish.
Okay. I knew we were gonna get distracted on these. Okay.
Okay. Cook dinner or dine out?
Dine out, because I don't know how to cook. I'm not a good cook. I'm like a mediocre cook at best. I can cook like pastas. I'm good at pasta. I can like barbecue something or grill something. But like I don't know how to bake or like anything like that.
You're not supposed to.
No. But I do want to start. I think when I live on my own, I'm going to start cooking because I do want to start eating better. I feel like
your gut.
I feel like my gut deserves it. And just like with like working so much, like I really want to take care of my body and be like, I want to feel like the best I can. And I think cooking your own meals, I think is like a big step in the right direction. So my answer right now is dine out. But hey, when we do the next podcast, when you interview me again, it might change.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right, you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Oh, vanilla.
Okay.
I'm not a big like. I don't like chocolate that much.
Okay. You wanna?
But I don't really like vanilla that much either.
Oh my god.
If you told me like chocolatey or like sweet, I would say sweet. I like sweeter things.
Well, no, it's either chocolate or vanilla.
I guess vanilla then.
Okay, live in the country or live in the city?
I think because I've lived in the suburbs, I like like having access to the city, but I also like having access to the country. I like both.
So we'll do both.
Yeah, I think this one's a both.
Maybe
more country though.
Stay home or go out?
Stay home. Okay. That was my answer last time too. I'm gonna stay home.
Beach or mountain?
Mountains for sure. Okay. I love the beach. I love like my happy place is also the beach, which is why I love like a lake in the mountains. Because you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting water. You're getting the mountains. That's my favorite vibe.
Yeah, that's actually nicer than the beach. I think.
It is. Or a beach that has the mountains. Malibu.
Never been there.
We need to go. Let's go.
Then let's go. Hey, I got a new car.
You did. I'll fill up your tank and we go.
All right, sushi or pasta?
Sushi.
For sure. You need to take me to that sushi.
I do need to take you to that spot. Ozen. Don't. Actually, I should. Let's bleep it. Let's bleep it so people don't go there and ruin our spot.
Summer or winter?
I like the vibes of summer better.
I'm with you right now.
I like the vibes of summer better, but the weather of winter better. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
These like either or questions are so hard for me because like I was talking about this
wrong.
earlier. I like to see what the best of like both.
Right.
You know.
Bike ride or road trip?
Road trip.
Where?
Anywhere. Cross country. I love a cross country road trip. I've road tripped to Canada.
Okay.
That was like my first big road trip. And then I've road tripped to Tennessee twice. That one was a fun one. That one's really fun. Because you're just on the 40 the whole way. Yeah. You're staying on the same freeway the whole way. And it's so cool. You like stopping in all the different states. Like it's really cool. But Canada,
yeah,
I want to do that one again. Because we went through like Yellowstone. We went through like all of the prettiest parts of like the West Coast. And it was just like, I want to do it again.
Okay, these are the new ones. You ready for
okay,
these?
Yes.
Okay. Batman or Spider-Man?
Batman.
Yay!
Batman. I never really liked Spider-Man growing up. I always thought he was kind of a wimp.
Yeah,
he is kind of a wimp. And maybe this is my second hot take of the episode. I don't really like the Tom Holland Spider-Man. No. People think he's like so cute and he's so
I don't think
like
so either.
He's just like whatever.
Okay, your favorite Batman movie?
I think it's The Dark Knight.
You know what mine is?
Which one?
Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer and the Penguin.
I haven't seen those ones.
It is so good.
Even I haven't seen those
We
ones.
need to have like a movie night.
We should.
It is. I love that movie so much.
I really want to watch the
I dressed up as
Jack Nicholson is Batman in those, right? Or is
it's Michael Keaton.
Yes. I haven't seen those ones. I haven't seen the Jack Nicholson ones either.
That was
I've only seen Christian Bale Batman.
Oh, he's the later Batman.
Yeah.
He's good too, though.
Yeah, because Christopher Nolan, I love his movies, and I loved The Dark Knight. And like Heath Ledger as the Joker. Oh, that movie was so good.
For sure. Yeah. Halloween or Christmas?
Ooh. As an adult, I think I'm liking Halloween better. Mm-hmm. I think I used to like Christmas more as a kid.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just kind of like, I have to buy everybody stuff.
Yeah.
But Halloween's just kind of fun because you just get to like go to parties, dress up, like walk around, like go on like little haunted mazes and stuff. I think Halloween, yeah.
I love. Okay.
You're a Halloween girl.
Yes. Mm-hmm. M&M's or Snickers?
I'm not a huge chocolate person, but I think I would choose Snickers.
Snickers?
I would choose Snickers because I like that. Because M&M's, like, I think they're just like, it's too much chocolate.
What
Snickers
about the ones
has
with
like
peanuts?
A little bit. Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
And I like the mini M&M's. Mini and peanut M&M's. Yeah. I love. But Snickers, I do like Snickers.
I forgot about the mini. My mom used to buy me those. Oh. Like when she'd go to the market.
That's what my boo always get. He always gets mini M&M's. Oh, that's like his thing.
Love that. Oh. Chinese food or Mexican food?
Ooh. I think Mexican.
Yes.
I think I just have Mexican more.
Yeah.
But I do love Chinese food if I'm getting it. Like, I don't get it as often though. But if you said Japanese versus Mexican,
no, I didn't ask you that.
I love Japanese food.
I think I love Japanese food too, though.
And Vietnamese food, like I love pho and like.
I don't like it. I like ramen better. Ramen's like ramen. I'm a ramen girl.
And that's why I'm a
sure.
Japanese because. Oh wait,
yes.
is
Japanese is ramen.
Yes.
Pho is Vietnamese.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love all of it though.
Popcorn or chips?
Chips.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not a big popcorn person. I like popcorn at the movie theaters.
Okay.
And I like to put hella butter like all in there, and I like and salt and pepper. I love putting salt and pepper on my popcorn.
Do you ever get like the cheese? The melted cheese? Oh my god, I love it.
You know I'm not really like super
you're
cheese,
right, you're lactose.
No, I'm not lactose.
You're not?
No.
You just don't.
I just don't really like cheese that.
I know you don't.
I like the weird cheeses. I like brie cheese, Gouda.
But you're not lactose.
No.
This whole time I thought you were. Got it.
No. I just don't like American cheese, really.
Exactly. We went
like
over
orange
this.
cheese. I'm not a big fan of orange cheeses. I like the like lighter, creamier, whiter cheeses. Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite color?
Green.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Like a dark green?
I like all types of greens.
Green's
like
pretty.
Honestly, my little
that green,
flask.
I love that.
And the green of your eye. This I love just like a standard green.
These are all my favorite colors and black.
Yes.
These are all my favorite colors.
Yeah. I do love like a sage green though too.
Yeah,
like I like lighter pastel-y green. I like all different types of greens, honestly.
Your favorite candy?
Ooh. Oh, I feel like the most like nostalgia and the most just like my favorite ever is Skittles. I love Skittles.
Yeah, those are good.
But like a new favorite is, have you had the Twin Snake, the Haribo?
No.
Oh my, we have to get some.
Where they sell those at?
Everywhere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll get you some.
Okay.
I'll get you some because I feel like you actually really like it. So they have one side that's sweet and one side that's sour.
What the? Where?
Dude, they're so good. Where? Everywhere.
We need to go get them right now.
We will. Yeah, actually we should. I'm kind of craving them.
Your favorite movie?
Okay, I have 4. Can I tell you my 4? Do you know what Letterboxd is? Have you heard of like the app Letterboxd or like the publication of Letterboxd? No, it's like a publication where they like it's like a cinema kind of like cinema centric like so the app Letterboxd you get to like have like a diary of all the movies that you've watched and like you review them so it's just like a reviewing like app basically.
Okay.
And you have to pick your four favorite movies like to start your profile. My four favorites are Interstellar, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, the last one, La La Land, and A Star Is Born, the Lady Gaga version.
Of course.
Dude, that movie, that one, if you were to ask me like what movie I've seen the most, it's that one.
That one.
I'm obsessed with that movie. That soundtrack.
Yeah.
Probably my most played vinyl record that I have.
Yeah.
I just love it. And it came at a time that was really timely. Well, because last episode we talked about my cousin and like how when he overdosed and everything. And that movie really tackles those concepts of like overdose and struggling like with all that. And it was so timely. And I was like, it changed me. It was one of those like where my brain chemistry changed. I was like, oh my God, like this is like, it felt like what my family went through. Like this is like such a, not that, but also like my cousin was very musical. He like wrote songs. He had songs like on iTunes and stuff. And like, it felt very weird. I was like, oh my God, this is like kind of weird. But I love that movie. It's so good. But those are my four favorites.
Your favorite actor?
Can it be actress?
Yes, of course.
I love Nicole Kidman, honestly. She's so iconic. But I think if I were to do favorite actor, I love Morgan Freeman.
He's good.
Love Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Just every character that he plays, he's just like the best. I love him.
Your favorite song?
Rainbow, probably, by Casey Musgraves. I love that song. That one, and I think last time I said Easy by the Commodores.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so those are like my two favorites. I'd like if I were to pick like a song from like my like old school music, it would be Easy, but like from my newer music, it would be Rainbow, Casey Musgraves.
Your favorite concert?
I have a lot of like really like good feelings with that Casey concert because it was my first one, and it was just like I had never seen somebody sing, and she was so good.
Yeah, she's good.
I do think in this, I know it's my I think my favorite though is Taylor Swift. Okay. Seeing her at the Eras tour, 3.5 hours. I never seen
crazy.
A feat of that, and that was like at the height of like my like how much I loved her and like how much because I really got into her over the pandemic. Like that's like when I was like really listening to a lot more music, and like that's when I really because like I loved her as a kid, but she kind of lost me like in my teenage years. But I like kind of like rediscovered her again, and I was like, oh my God, I love her so much. And it like kind of like healed like a part of like my childhood because like I remember the first music videos I remember watching her like You Belong With Me and like Love Story, and like so she's like such like she like healed like my inner child. It was just like that concert was so fun. It was so fun, and I like I just have like the fondest memories of it.
Your favorite dessert?
I love lemon cake. Lemon, any sort of like lemon cake. That's my favorite. And my grandma, growing up, she always gets us a birthday cake, and she'd always be like, "Oh, like what do you want?" I'm like, "I just want a lemon cake." Aww. And she would always get me a lemon cake. So like, I love just like a normal. It can be store bought. I love a store bought lemon cake. Those are sometimes the best ones. Yeah. The ones that are just like in like the plastic, you know what I mean? Yeah. I love those. Yeah.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden talents. I think like my hidden talent would be like random like music knowledge. I know a lot of random like music facts. Like I don't know why. I think maybe that I know a lot of just like weird interesting facts. That would maybe be my hidden talent. I don't really have like a talent.
Do you have any tattoos?
Yes, I have 3.
Okay. Do you want to say what they are?
But I also have a tattoo on my hip for my cousin. It's a guitar, and it says his name, Tyler. And I want to like add on to that one with more of like my family members and stuff, and make it kind of like a because like guitars and music is like a big part of like that side of my family, and I kind of want to like incorporate more of like the familial like side of that one. And then I just have like a tiny little butterfly on my rib cage, but my boo calls it he's like it looks like a little fairy. It does kind of look like a little fairy because it's like a bad tattoo. It's not like...
It's okay.
It's one of like the flash ones that you get on like Friday the 13th because it's like cheap.
Yeah.
And it's something that I definitely want to add on to. But the first thing that I'm going to do though when I move out is I'm going to pierce my ears.
You're not allowed to do that?
No.
Well, there you go. You get the pros and cons. Do it.
I'm gonna because I feel like I'll look hot with them. Mm-hmm. Can't you see it? Can't you picture it? Like some little hoops.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it the minute that I move out.
I think you should totally do it. Your favorite alcoholic drink?
I've been drinking a lot of wine recently. Yeah. A lot of wine recently. But like if I'm out at a bar or something, I'm getting whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, something strong. Because same thing with coffee.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a lot of liquid to drink when I'm drinking. Like I just want like whiskey on the rocks with like diluted with water just so that I can like sip on something all night that's just gonna keep me like just like happy. I feel like it keeps me happy. If I have like any mixed drinks, like I'm gonna end up on the floor. I'm gonna end up on the toilet, and we're not doing that anymore. Of course not. We're not doing that anymore.
All right, well, this has come to an end.
No, yes. I'm just kidding. Well, this is why I have to come back.
No, you're gonna be part 3 for sure.
We have to make it a regular thing because, like, why not?
No, of course we can.
Because we have so many things that we can talk about.
Yes.
Like when we were trying to like gather our thoughts for like what we were gonna talk about today, we were like, maybe we'll just wing it because like
there's so much we talk about.
There's so much that we can talk about, but this also flew by.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming on.
I can't wait to watch this one back, though.
I know. I appreciate you so much for coming on.
Dude, you know how special you are to me and how much you're just, like, a light in my life and how much you've been there for me and been such, like, a strong, like, somebody that I can always rely on. Like, you're so special to me. And no matter where I go, you're always going to be, like, who I'm thinking of. And, like, I just wish I could, like,
I love you so much.
I love you.
Like, thank you for being in my life, for believing in me when you, like, nobody really cared.
Dude, like, us, like, meeting is, like, such, like, a serendipitous thing for me because, like, we were meant to, like, always, like, meet each other. And we were always meant to, like, be friends and to talk about these things because, like, we are connected. I feel a connection with you, like, a spiritual, like, I don't know. Maybe in a past life we were like...
Yeah, I think so.
We were like birds of a feather. We were just like... Yeah. We were just always kind of like following each other into the next life. Yeah, we are. And I'll see you in the next life too.
Yes, and I wish you so much happiness and hopefully everything works out for you for the best. Because it will, because you're an amazing person.
It will.
You're going to have a great life with your boo.
Yes.
And thank you for coming on. And there'll be a part 3.
Yeah, part 3. Don't miss me too much. Actually, they can miss me a little bit.
Any last words before we go?
Treat people with kindness. That's it, honestly.
All right. Well, have a good night, guys. Thank you for watching.